Hey, welcome back to I Date Money Money Talks. I'm your hostess, Lisa Drennon. And one thing I have to tell you, okay? Newsflash. Social Security is not your whole pension. People used to come into the office all the time and look at their Social Security benefit estimate and say, how am I supposed to live on this? You're not. It's not meant to be your entire pension. It's only supposed to be a portion of your pension. And hopefully, you've been planning to supplement your income in retirement with different investments like a 401k, a Roth IRA, or maybe the company that you're working for offers a pension plan. If not, I want to stress to you the importance of contributing to an investment option now, today, that is going to carry you through the golden years, the retirement. So one of the whole, misconceptions about Social Security is you pay all this money into the Social Security tax, also known as FICA. And people are like, oh, what's FICA? FICA is the portion of the taxes that you pay that your employer deducts, or as a self-employed individual, you pay directly to the Internal Revenue Service that's going to give you credits towards Social Security benefits, such as a retirement. There's also disability and survivor benefits. And when you think about what you're contributing to earn a credit, now everybody that works in the United States earns a maximum of 4 credits. And it's safe to say that if you have 10 years of full-time work, you're going to be fully insured. What does fully insured mean? It means that you have 40 credits for Social Security earnings in which to claim retirement benefits. Now, the formula to calculate the number of credits for survivor benefits and disability is a little bit different. But if you're currently working, we're just talking about retirement today, and you have at least 10 years of full-time work, you can collect a Social Security benefit. It's so important to start planning for retirement today, regardless of how old you are. I don't care if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. You need to know these numbers so that you can plan accordingly. Everyone thinks I have to work until I'm full retirement age. I can't collect Social Security until I'm full retirement age. That's a lie. You can collect it. 62 is the earliest you can take retirement benefits. Should you take it at 62? There's many factors that are considered to decide whether or not it's a good time for you to take it. Now, another myth that people believe is that you have to wait a full year. So you have to wait 62, 63, 64 before receiving a benefit. That's not true. It's a month by month reduction. So once you turn 62, you can take it at 62 in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months. It does not matter. The payments do run a month behind. So that's something that you want to consider if you want to, plan on collecting the Social Security benefits like right after you retire. No, there's going to be a month waiting period. So for example, if you retire in the month of June and you start collecting Social Security benefits in the month of July, that benefit is not going to be paid out until August. So August, you get July's payment, September, you get August, and so forth. They're always going to be a month behind. And when you think about, Social Security is not my whole pension, okay? It's a portion. Most people who collect Social Security also take draws from their IRAs, the 401ks, their Roths, or maybe they have a private pension from their employer. But their income in retirement consists of multiple income streams, and I'm all about that, right? So I retired, and Social Security is part of my retirement. Obviously, I can't get it until I'm 62. I'm only 57. So you have to think about when you take an early out, when you retire before 62, what will you do for additional income? Perhaps like me, you'll open up 2 businesses. Maybe you'll take a part-time job. A lot of times people will become consultants for their employers and work per diem. Excuse me. So there's many options, but if you don't know the numbers, it's not easy to make a decision, right? So I want you to think about the first thing that you want to do is think about your Social Security benefit amount. If you don't know that number, I want you to go online to socialsecurity.gov, ssa.gov, and set up your account if you haven't already done so. And once you set up your account, I want you to look at your benefit estimate amounts. Review your earnings and make sure that they're all reported correctly. Now remember, the only earnings that you're getting credit for are the ones that you paid Social Security tax on. A lot of times, people look at the amount of money that they make and they think, I put all this money into the Social Security system, I had all these earnings, and I'm only getting, $3,000 a month. What gives? The amount that you receive is calculated based on benchmarks. The system takes your highest 35 years of earnings. All of your earnings through age 60 are adjusted for inflation, and after age 60, the actual dollar amount that you earn is used for the calculation. Of those high 35 years, there's always two low years. And the two low years are significant in determining whether or not you'll get credit for your current Social Security earnings after you start collecting retirement benefits. Now, originally, Social Security was designed to replace about 40% of your pre-retirement income. Now, remember, you're only getting credit for what you paid Social Security tax on. So that means, if you want to maintain the current lifestyle that you have, and you look at your Social Security benefit amount and you look at your expenses and what you're doing in your lifestyle, what's your number? How much money will you need? And remember, that amount for Social Security is going to stay the same other than cost of living increases that happen annually, and they're running around 2.5%. And take into mind that as the cost of living increases for the Social Security, also it is increasing for services and goods, so like gasoline and things of that nature. So you want to take that inflation into consideration. So what's not going to disappear when you retire? Your housing costs are going to stay the same, right? Groceries, healthcare, that's going to be slightly different, but depending on where you're living, what kind of healthcare you need, what kind of food you're purchasing, all these things are going to take and they're going to be considered in factoring in what's that number that you need for retirement. So again, the first step is to get your Social Security benefit estimate. Think about when you can retire. You can contact Social Security, you can call your local office, or you can contact the national 800 number at 1-800-772-1213 and ask, or you can stop in the Social Security office and wait in line, but ask for a benefit matrix. The benefit matrix is going to give you a month by month breakdown of what your benefit is going to be from 62 to your full retirement age. You can also ask for your benefit amount through age 70, because through age 70, from full retirement age to age 70, you're going to be earning delayed retirement credits. And a lot of times people will think, oh, I'm going to wait until age 70 because I want to max out my money. I don't recommend that unless you're in a unique situation financially. And if you want to know more about that, just book a call with me and I'll go over all the details with you. So what's the plan? When you look at those Social Security numbers and you're like, this isn't enough, I paid so much money into the system, this is where your wealth activation comes in. Setting up multiple income streams now, today, passive income streams, so that you're not stuck in a single source, so that you're not limited to a budget. So you could travel, you can live where you want, you can buy what you want, you can treat the grandchildren, you can treat the kids, you can do what you want without any limitations, because you know your number. You know it's secure, and you know Social Security is part of it. So start planning, go to that website and start thinking about, am I going to be set for retirement at 50, 55, 62, 67, whatever your age? Know your numbers. And remember, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it's what you do with it.